What's going on, guys? Today I have an exciting keyboard lighting video for you guys. This is actually the runner-up design for the vote that I had for my last keyboard lighting video, which was the moving Pac-Man. Second to that was the Twitch logo design. The design for this keyboard was made by somebody else on Synapse 2. It was made by Lion Adam 12. I'll link his video up here in the top. He had made a video for top keyboard lighting effects for Razer Synapse 2, and I'm just going to recreate that for you guys in Razer Synapse 3 and show you guys how to do it. Also, on a side note, and I just want to drop this in real quick, I do stream on Twitch as well. You can check me out at twitch.tv/UnrealHero_. I'll link it in the description below. Go and give me a follow and come say hi sometime. And just a heads up, I'm also going to take his design a little bit further and add an audio meter to it, as well as add lighting for your peripherals into this design. So we're going to get right into this. This is how you do it. All right, guys. Here's the Twitch design, really very easy. So what you're going to do first is you're going to create a static layer and click on the spectrum cycling and delete that one out. With this new static layer, go ahead and scroll into your keyboard and go ahead and outline the Twitch kind of logo or emblem, and it's going to look somewhat like this. And then you're going to also select your function key. Some keyboard layouts will be a little bit different in the F keys. Just make your shape look somewhat like this. Also hold Control and select the inside keys just like that. So with these selected, click on your color graph here, and you want to choose a purple-ish color, something similar to the Twitch coloring. Once you have the color you want, go ahead and hit save. And what we're going to do is actually Control C and copy the effect of one of these keys, and then select off of your keyboard and select all of the keys that are inside your logo here. And then what we're going to do is paste, and then we're going to drag down our color until it's really dark in here, something like this, way down the meter, and hit save. And what it's going to look like on your keyboard is really bright here, and you will see the coloring here for this really dark color on your keyboard, even though it looks like there's not a whole lot of color to it. And that is all we're going to do for the static layer. After this, we are going to add a wave layer. With this new wave layer selected, go ahead and hold Control, and you're going to select the whole right side of your keyboard, the whole top row, and this far left row if you have it. Now you're going to click on your color drop down, and you're going to choose a 3-tone wave. With this 3-tone wave, we're going to once again click on our color chart and find a similar purple. If you want the exact purple, no problem, just go back to your static layer, click on one of your purple keys and copy this hex code that's in here. Then you can go back to your wave layer, select these keys. Just by double clicking, you can select all of this effect. Click on your color drop down, and then you can go into this hex code and paste in that purple code. Do this on the left side and on the right side. And then in the middle of our color gradient, we're actually going to choose a lighter color purple. So something same tone of purple, just a real bright, almost a white kind of. Now we're going to change our speed to 25, and we're going to make our width percentage at 50%. And we're also going to add a 1-second pause. Change your angle up to about 305 range, somewhere up in that. That looks good right there. I'm going to hit save. And now I'm going to copy this wave effect that we created by hitting Control C on one of these keys. So once you've copied that, with this inside square of your keyboard, what you're going to do is hold Control, select these rows here, so the far left rows and the far right rows, just like this. These two, just these keys right here. And Control V to paste your effect in there. But with this set of keys here, what we're going to do is we're going to change our angle back the other direction. So we're going to change it in the direction of about 103, 100, somewhere in this direction here. That looks good. We are going to hit save. So really, that's all there is to this keyboard design. We just have to add the white ripple layer that's on there. To do that, go ahead and click on the ripple layer on the bottom left. Select all of your keys. Click on your color drop down, and we're going to choose the single color over here. And we're going to make this white. Change your width percentage down to 100%. That way your ripple is one key width. And we're going to make our speed way up there. So what I use for a speed is 30, but you guys can play around with it. Put it at whatever you guys want it. Go ahead and hit save if you haven't. Now on your keyboard, you should have the Twitch design. And when you use the ripple, you can see you got the white ripple layer on there. If you have extra Razer peripherals, what I did with mine was duplicated your wave layer. Go ahead and duplicate that. Drag that down below your ripple. So hold control and begin zooming out, and then you can hold control and tap 0 and it will center all of your peripherals on there. And then what I did was just copy this wave that I have right here on this side. Control C to copy that. And I selected all of the right side of my peripherals here and I pasted that in there. And then on the left side of my peripherals, I pasted the same effect in there, but I changed my angle down to about 230-ish, somewhere in here like this. So it kind of looks like a half radar. And then once you've done this, go ahead with this new wave layer for the peripherals only, delete out the effects that you have on your keyboard. That way it doesn't mess with any of the timing issues or any of the timing of your wave effects. So this design is completely done. It's as easy as that. I went a little bit beyond what he did in the video by adding the peripheral lighting. What you can also do to make this pop a little bit is zoom in here to your keyboard, and we're going to add an audio meter. Go into your static layer, click on that purple and copy that code once again. Now we're going to go into our new audio meter layer, and we are going to hold control and select the outline of our Twitch logo again. Clicking on our color gradient bar, we are going to use a two-tone pattern here, so the green and black. On the very far left, this will be at low volumes. Go ahead and paste in your color code. And then on the very far right, we are going to once again paste in that color code, but you'll see on this chart it grabs our color. It selects where our color is. We're just going to grab that and drag it straight down, so it's more of like a bright purple on the higher end. So now when you go to play audio, the outline of your Twitch logo will get brighter. Make sure you check that auto, and let's put the decay up. That way it looks good. It holds its brightness on there. If you want a lot of flashiness in your audio meter, drag it down. But if you want it to be more subtle, then drag it up to the top. Hit save. And that's all there is to this design, guys. I'll show you guys what the audio meter looks like, and then I'm going to get into the clip of what the keyboard lighting video looks like. Thank you guys so much for watching this keyboard lighting video. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. That way you guys see upcoming keyboard lighting videos. Don't forget to go and follow me on my social media accounts. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Also, don't forget to stop by my Twitch channel and say hi. But that's going to wrap up this video, guys. I'm out.